Hello, my name is Zach Rye with Old Man Gaming, and welcome to another preview. I only do these when Steam Next Fest is around. I usually get a couple of demos that I'm interested in and just kind of do small previews on them. And I really just trying to give you an idea, if you didn't get to play it, whether you might enjoy it or not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an overview of what the game is. Then I'm going to tell you the things I'm excited about for this game's release, my concerns for this game's release, and then whether or not I'm going to play it after release, buy it, purchase it, whatever. So today I'm going to preview Badlands Crew. This game it caught my eye a while ago. I wish listed it, and it popped a demo for this Next Fest, and I played it. And what is this game? This game has kind of like I don't want to say cutesy because it's not, but very cartoonish kind of graphics. You're seeing them on the screen right now. I think it's mostly because this is a very independent studio and they use other people's assets, and these are very simple, easy assets to use. That being said, what you do is you are a faction in a post-apocalyptic world, and you're in charge of creating a war rig, basically. Like a semi-truck with a bunch of war battle stuff on the back, and then you make runs. You go to war with other factions, you transport things from place to place, you defend things. And the Badlands Crew part of it is you decide who crews your ship, who's on the guns, who's the weird guy on the drums at the top playing the drums to keep you going, who's the driver, who's the lookout, and each of these has a different job while you're out there. So there's kind of two modes. There's the management mode where you're back at the faction, you're recruiting guys. Any guy who dies stays dead, which is really interesting, so you have to recruit new people. The characters will actually level up. They'll get their own perks, their own stat bumps, which is all customizable by you, which I thought is really cool. And then you can actually build the war rig. There's a pretty robust system for putting different parts on a war rig, taking it apart. Really excited for this. This is an interesting idea, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't think I've ever played a game like this. It's just something completely different. It runs the line of like simulation and strategy and action all at the same time, and I've just never played anything like it. There was 3 missions available in the demo. They all kind of bumped your power up without necessarily forcing you to level up, but you can see where the level ups are. And then you set the speed of the ship. The kind of the way it plays is you set the speed of the war rig, and as it's moving forward, you can change its direction with a couple of different keys. You can up its speed and lower its speed. And then you click on people to take shots or do different things on the rig while it's going. So it's much less a driving game, so much as a management of it game, like managing where it's going, with managing repairs, with which managing combat, whatnot. Each one of your characters also has special abilities that you can pop at certain time. So you have to get those twitch reflexes in too, because you've got to find the right places to use those special abilities to take out your enemies. And there's tons of crazy enemies that come at you, and the battles here just right out of Mad Max Fury Road. Like, you could tell that's what they were going for. They hit the mark. The exception of the fact that it's not like necessarily super adult graphics. They just hit the mark here. This feels like I'm on a war rig, I'm managing a war rig, I'm watching them bust down. As your war rig gets damaged, you'll take little repairs. You have to decide which crewmen to pull away from their posts to make those repairs, to keep the war rig going as it goes. And yeah, you'll just do these like series of missions to kind of boost your faction's power over other people's factions, meeting up with them and taking them out and stuff like that. I really got also a vibe of State of Decay 2, like the random generated kind of characters that are with you and how you use them, and becoming immediately attached to these characters that are randomly generated is exactly the kind of thing I love in games like this. So let's get right into excitements. Excitements, again, I have never played a game like this. I have always wanted a really awesome kind of Fury Road simulator, you know? But even Mad Max was good. There was some great driving in it, but there was plenty of parts about it that you're like, this is just not what I was looking for. This is that post-apocalyptic fantasy war rig sort of feel to it, and they just hit it with the cars swooping around you and taking shots. Your guys taking shots, your guys going down. You're trying to keep your war rig afloat and repair it while they're launching stuff at you. I think that this is just it's just so much fun, and it nails the mark. Again, if you ever watched Fury Road and were like, I want to play a game with that in it, this has that. The pacing is slow, which I think is great. The pacing, there is a speed up button at the top. I never felt the need to do that, like this kind of speed up the time passing. Never really felt the need to do that because I like that methodical kind of moving. My next excitement about this game is the music, which I didn't expect that. Usually indie games, they have okay music. It's fine. You don't fault them because they're small teams that don't have anything going for them. And music's hard to do. It's a very expensive thing. This music rocks. If this is public domain music, it's still amazing public domain music, and they picked it perfectly. I really enjoyed the touch that my drummer, I had one of those drummers on the top, like a war drummer. He was drumming in time with the music of the game, which I was like, that's just such a nice, awesome touch. It's the little details that really knocked this one home. Let's go to concerns. My biggest concern right now is, you guys all know out there, I like to play with a controller. There's very few games I don't play with a controller. Age of Wonders is one of them. It's big strategy games. I can play with a mouse and keypad, but with a game like this, I'd want a controller, and I couldn't use a controller, and I often kept getting confused by which key I was pressing, and I didn't like that. I hope that they add some sort of controller support for this later on. That might be a pipe dream, but that's one of my bigger concerns. Is just, like I said, I want a controller. I got a little bit lost in the menus. My other concern is, getting lost in the menu and getting lost in the moment. It is very easy to click on a character and go to click on a task you want them to do and click on the wrong task because it's all in. Even if you zoom in, everything's really tight on the war rig. I wish there was almost like a slowdown mode or a pause mode where I could like set my strategies real quick, just because in the chaos of the moment, and this is probably part of the difficulty of the game, so I don't necessarily want to fault them fully on this, but in the chaos of the moment, it is very easy to click on the wrong task, and then all of a sudden the character you wanted to do the thing has wandered into a place where you can't even click them, and it just makes things harder. So I wish there was a way that you could slow it down or something and really think about where you want to assign somebody and what you want them to do. Other than that, I don't really have any other concerns. And whether or not I'm going to play this when it comes out, I don't know what its price is going to be at. I tend to be a little bit frugal when it comes to actually purchasing games, but I think this game is going to be worth whatever price they put it at. I will definitely be picking it up, if not right away, at least for sale, because this game just looks fun. I'm very excited about it. I love procedurally generated characters in a game like this where you could just get attached to your own faction and kind of show off your own faction compared to other people's factions. So I think this is going to be a really fun, interesting, cool title. And like I said, I've been alive for 43 years, going on 44. I've been playing video games for 30 plus of those years. And there are very few times when I play a game and I go, this is like nothing else I've played. Badlands Crew accomplishes that. It is honestly like nothing else I have played. I can't wait to play more. And yeah, I'm excited for it. So, did I get it right? Did I get it wrong? Tell me in the comments below. Tell me if you think it's interesting, if you're going to play it. You can also contact me on Facebook at OMG, on X at OMG9. You can join our Discord, links in the description below. The full list and all of our shows from there. We're on Blue Sky. Just look for Axiom Games LLC /Oldman Gaming. And as long as you guys keep watching and listening, we'll keep making them. See you guys next time.